Slapstick Theater. Paul and Silas. This is Paul, who told people about Jesus in lots of different places. One day, Paul was walking with his friend Silas.
Hey-yo.
They were being followed by a girl who was controlled by an evil spirit. Her owners used her to make money. After days and days of this happening, Paul got so annoyed that he turned around and told the evil spirit to leave her. So the girl was freed.
Woohoo!
But her owners got mad at Paul and Silas because they wouldn't make any money off of her anymore. And they had them thrown in jail. The jailer locked them up.
Oh, man.
Around midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing to God, and the other prisoners were listening. Suddenly, there was an earthquake, and the chains of all the prisoners fell off.
Oh, what just happened?
But Paul and Silas didn't leave, even though they could have. Several people decided to follow Jesus that night, including the jailer and his whole family. And the next morning, they were released from jail, and the city officials even apologized to them.
Sorry about that.
Paul and Silas encouraged the Christians in the town, and they continued on their mission to tell people about Jesus.
See ya.
Good morning. In today's True Bible story, we see another important moment in Paul's ministry. While in a town called Philippi, Paul and a man named Silas were being annoyed by a slave girl who had an evil spirit in her that allowed her to tell the future. Paul told that spirit to leave the girl in the name of Jesus, and it did. She was healed. But her masters, who made a lot of money because of the girl, were not happy with Paul. They dragged him and Silas before the authorities. They were falsely accused of teaching illegal things and causing problems in the city. And then they were beaten and thrown in prison. That sounds pretty awful, right? Now try to put yourself in their position. Would it have been hard for you to continue to trust God if you were beaten and thrown into jail for healing others in Jesus' name and for teaching about Jesus? Well, let's read about what happened that night while Paul and Silas were in prison. Around midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the other prisoners were listening. Suddenly, there was a massive earthquake, and the prison was shaken to its foundations. All the doors immediately flew open, and the chains of every prisoner fell off. That's Acts chapter 16, verses 25 and 26. Does it seem like Paul and Silas trusted God, even in that difficult situation? I think the fact that they continue to pray to God and sing praises to Him while in that difficult situation gives us a clue that they still trusted God. If they had doubt or had lost faith in God, why would they continue to pray and sing to the one they doubted, After the earthquake, Paul and Silas didn't try to escape to freedom when the doors opened. They stayed, and they explained to the jailer how to follow Jesus. That night, the jailer and his entire family believed in Jesus and were baptized. And the next day, Paul and Silas were released. Incredible! Through Paul and Silas's experience in prison, we can learn that being on the rock, which is living in obedience to God, means always trusting God. So today our bottom line says, being on the rock means always trusting God. Repeat after me. Being on the rock means always trusting God. In today's True Bible story, we saw God help different people in different ways. He saved the slave girl from the evil spirit. He saved Paul and Silas in prison. He saved the jailer and his family from the consequences of their sin when they chose to believe in Jesus. And God did all of this because He wants everyone to know who He is and to trust Him with their lives. Being on the rock means always trusting God. Always trusting God. Not just when life is easy. Do other kids make fun of you for praying in public or talking about Jesus? Trust God. Is someone you love sick or going through a hard time? Trust God. Do you feel lonely sometimes? Trust God. Doing well in school or sports? Keep trusting God. Feeling blessed in an amazing way? Keep trusting God. The most important way to trust God is to ask Him to forgive you for your sin and choose to follow Him with your life. Once you make Jesus the leader and forgiver of your life, you can continue to trust God by obeying Him, even when you don't want to, even when it feels too hard. Always. So, if you'd like to know more about how to trust God with your life, please find an adult you trust and ask them about it. And do your best every day to live for God, trusting that He will help you and take care of you. God is super trustworthy. See you guys later.